Good morning, and welcome to the Teacher's Wake-Up Call. I'm Madame la Prof, and if you're not yet subscribed to my channel, go for it. It's the in thing to do. This is a hot take Tuesday, and I'm very well aware that what I'm about to say applies to me because I do it a lot. My hot take of the day is that teachers complain too much. Teachers complain too much. And before you come at me with your pitchforks and your virulent comments and whatnot that I, might see or might not see, we've got a lot of stuff to complain about. We complain with very strong reasons, logical reasons, pragmatic reasons, for issues that compromise not only the quality of our education, it compromises the success of our students, it also compromises our personal well-being in the now, in the short-term future and long-term future. So we've got reasons to complain. However, and this is my hot take, some folks complain about an ideal that cannot be attained. And before you say that we shouldn't be okay with the status quo, I am not saying that the status quo is okay. It is not. But we have to stop comparing things that were in the past and how they were and how things are now. Yes, in respect to many realities of a teacher, student needs, the lack of teachers, to just name two, things have not gotten better. So we could say that, yes, things have become worse, and we have reason to complain. However, I feel sometimes that some of us, myself included, complain about wanting an ideal that cannot be attained versus a real that can be attained, and that respects not only our desires, but our logical reasons. And I think people get lost in that. And they want so much to strive for that ideal that anything less is not just unsatisfactory, but it's detrimental to their well-being. And I don't want to compare myself to others and say things like, if you want to live something really crappy, because there's always worse, there is always worse. But when you are living in a reality and you see an ideal and you wish to attain that ideal and you cannot, it is extremely frustrating. And it makes you want to complain. And I get it. This weekend, I was accused of, no, I wasn't accused. I was told, I don't want to be around you if you're going to be complaining. And it made me think, is that what I want to portray as an image? And this wasn't even in a school setting. It was for Comic-Con. So as a teacher, is that what I want to portray? Are we allowed to be indignant? Are we allowed to defend and to fight for what is unjust? Absolutely. But I cannot let that fight drag me to a point where I've become bitter towards my job or cynical. And that's a very dangerous path to follow. Because I don't want to wake up in the morning and dread what I am going to do. And I know that many teachers are in that situation. They wake up, they are afraid, they are frustrated, they are angry. And it's happened to me twice in my career. Once after a huge fight I had with my student, and this was a long time ago. This was 2006. And another time in 2016, which led me to my sick leave. And that is not a feeling that is conducive to quality teaching. Even if you're just teaching one sentence or one equation or one formula or one line in a novel, I don't care. If you don't have that passion, if you don't have that this is going to be fun, I'm going to go see my students, I'm going to laugh, I'm going to have a blast, I'm going to share this with them, I'm going to connect with them. If that mood prevents you from connecting with your students, then it might be time to not just reflect, but review and consider other things. And what's unfortunate that for some people, they can't consider other things. So yeah, we complain a lot. And sometimes it's with reason, and sometimes it's maybe not for reasons. I don't want to say we don't agree with the reasons, but those reasons become personal. And not personal in the sense like you've got a vendetta against admin, no. But those reasons are not necessarily universally shared because they are your reality. And you have to come to terms with that reality. It's hard. It's hard to see people suffering, people struggling, people having challenges, and yet they still show up, and you know that it's hard for them, and there's only a limited amount of things that you can do to help. So you join in on the complaining? Meh. It's one way. I just know that we complain a lot. I complain a lot. Why do you think I started a YouTube channel? We complain a lot, and we have to keep in mind why we're complaining and whether or not that complaining will lead somewhere. So on that note, fellow educators, YouTubers, people who stumbled on this by accident, have yourselves a lovely day.